And now, let me explain the first 4 latest rules in playing basketball. First is the only 5 players per team on the court. So, karaniwan naman sa atin, sa pagkakaalam natin, lalo na tulad ko, na ako'y manonood lamang at walang sapat na knowledge sa larong basketball, mapapansin natin na binubuo ito ng madaming players dahil mauobserbahan natin ang kanilang palitan ng players during playing basketball. Ngunit kung aalamin natin ang rules ng larong ito, malalaman natin na ang bawat team ay may maximum player lamang at 5 malalaro lang ang nasa loob ng court kahit pa ang isang team ay binubuo ng 15 players ay hindi po pwedeng sabay-sabay isasalang sa laro. At ang 5 manalarong ito ay binubuo ng 2 forwards, 2 guards at 1 center na may pare-parehong may malaking role sa loob ng court. Next is score more than your opponent to win. Dito naman po sa pangalawa, marami sa atin ang may kanya-kanyang kagalingan sa paglalaro, maging sa kung saan mang larangan. Na kadalasan sa isang laro, isa lang ang hinahangad natin kung hindi ang makapuntos o magkaroon ng score. At hindi basta makapuntos lang kung hindi makalamang ng puntos sa ating mga kalaban. Tulad na lang din ng paglalaro ng basketball. Upang manalo sa isang laro, ang isang team ay dapat na makascore ng mas higit kaysa sa kabilang team. At sa pamamagitan ng pagsasagawa ng mga shootings, tulad na lamang ng jump shots, layups, slam dunks, and tip-ins. At kapag ito ay nasagawa ng player sa inner arc, ay may katumbas ito na 2 points. At kung sa outer arc naman, ito ay may katumbas na 3 points. At ang lahat ng scores na may isagawa ng players ay recorded at ito ang magiging basehan na mananalo sa laro. Third one is score within the shot clock. Ang mga basketball team ay may limitadong oras lamang upang i-shoot ang bola. Sa oras na nasa kanila na ang bola o hawak na nila yung bola. At isa sa halimbawa nito ay mga NBA players na kung saan binibigyan lamang sila ng 24 seconds para i-shoot ang bola. At maging sa mga nasasaksihan natin laro tulad na lamang sa ating mga barangay, schools at iba pa. Mapapansin din natin na kahit sa pag-free throw ay may 5 segundo na binibigay na oras para isagawa ito. 5 segundo din sa inbound at 8 segundo para itawid ang bola sa half court na kinabibilangan ng isang player. Ang isang shot clock na nakamount sa itaas ng hoop ng bawat gilid ng court ay nagpapakita at binibilang ang oras na inilalaan ng players sa hawak nitong bola. At kung ang oras na dapat gamitin sa pag-shoot ng player ay naubos na, ang nasabing team ay mawawalan ng bola at magiging defensive team. At ang pang-apat naman is dribbling advances the ball. Sa rule number 4, ang mga manlalaro ng basketball ay maaari lamang nilang dalhin ang bola sa pamamagitan ng pagpapasa o pagpapatalbog ng bola sa sahig na tinatawag na dribble, na isa sa magiging galaw nila sa loob ng court. At kung ang isang player ay huminto sa pagdidribble, maaaring hindi na siya pwede magpatuloy, sa halip dapat niya nang ipasa ang bola sa ibang player ng kanilang team o ishoot ito sa ring. At kung ang offensive player naman ang may hawak ng bola, tapos huminto sa pagdidribble, pagkatapos ay nagpatuloy ulit sa pagdidribble bago ipasa o ishoot ito, dito napapasok yung tinatawag na double dribble na isa sa pinagbabawal na rules sa paglalaro ng basketball. Na kapag nangyari ito ay ang kalabang team ang makakakuha ng bola. Bukod pa rito, players may only advance the ball by dribbling it. And if they run while holding the ball at hindi ito dinribble, referees will issue a traveling call at ang bola ay mapupunta sa kabilang team o sa kalaban.
Rule number 5. The offense has 5 seconds to inbound the ball. So after the offense scores a basket, the opposing team receives possession of the ball. One of their players has to inbound the ball from a designated spot on the sidelines of the court to resume the gameplay. Ibig sabihin, meron ka lamang 5 segundo para maipasa ang bola sa kakampi mo. At kapag hindi mo naipasa ang bola within 5 seconds, magiging 5-second violation ito at ang kalaban na ulit ang tatanggap ng pagmamayari ng bola. Rule number 6. The offense must advance the ball. So, once an offensive team advances the ball, pass the half-court line, the ball handler may not cross that line again, or a referee will award possession of the ball to the opposing team. Ibig sabihin, kapag nakalagpas ka na or nakaliban ka na sa half-court, hindi ka na pwedeng bumalik pa ulit sa kabila. Kasi if you do, ibibigay ng referee ang pagmamayari ng bola sa iyong kalaban. Rule number 7. Ball and ball handler must remain in bounds. If a player steps out of bounds or touches this line with their foot while holding the ball, the referee will award possession to the opposing team. So during the gameplay, the player with possession of the ball must stay within the designated inbound lines marked on the court. So hindi siya pwedeng tumapak sa linya dahil magiging stepping din ito. If a player steps out of bounds or touches this line with their foot while holding the ball, ibibigay ng referee ang pag-aari ng bola sa kalaban. And additionally, if a player shoots the ball while their foot is touching the line, even if the shot is successful, it will not count. Rule number 8. Defenders can't interfere with a shot on a downward trajectory. So, yun nga, after the offensive player shoots the ball, it is illegal for a defensive player to interfere with it once it begins its descent toward the rim. So, kapag naitira na ang bola at nasa ring na, bawal na itong tapikin ng kalaban, lalo na kapag mataas tumalon. Ang tawag dito ay goaltending. So, this interference called a goaltend will result in an automatic field goal for the offense.
9 rules. A defender can legally block or steal the ball. Dito naman is the defending team's goal is to prevent the offensive teams from scoring by either stealing the ball or blocking the ball from entering the basket, or using defensive tactics to prevent an offensive players from shooting and scoring. But always be reminded that to avoid violation in every move to steal and blocking the ball, because this will be the opponent advantage. 10 rules. A defender must leave the paint after 3 seconds. The area directly in front of the basket is sometimes refers to as the paint or inside the key. An offensive player may not camp out in this area waiting for the ball or an offensive rebound. Any individual players can spend maximum of 3 seconds at a time in the space before they have to move. If the referee notices a player hovering in the paint for over 3 seconds, the team will receive 3-second violation. The paint naman in the basketball, it is a rectangular area on the court extending from the foul line to the baseline with perpendicular lines enclosing the shape. When a defensive player who is positioned inside the key area does not actively guarded an opponent within 3 seconds on this play, the highlight defensive player does not actively guard an opponent while he is positioned in the paint for longer than the allotted 3 seconds. 11 rules na tayo. Each team is allotted a certain number of fouls. Sa mga NBA naman, pinapayagan nila ng 5 fouls per quarter. Once a team surpasses this allotment, they go into the bonus. May tinatawag silang into the bonus, which means the officials will award the opposing team with free throws for every additional fouls the player commits in the quarter of play. While naman sa NCAA naman, these foul shots are known as one-on-one shots, which means that the player makes the first free throw, that they receive a second free throws. If they miss the first free throws, either team can rebound the errant shots and claim position. After 10 teams fouls, the opposing team gets double bonus. May double bonus silang tinatawag, which means they get to the take 2 foul shots. 12 rules. Illegal contact result in a foul. When a basketball players will commit illegal physical contact against an opposing players, the referee will call a personal fouls. The most players fouls involve a contact that impedes an opposing player's gameplay. When a player fouls another players on opposing teams, in the act of shooting, the referee will reward the foul players with unguarded free throws from the foul line. Each successfully made free throws counts for 1 points. Bawat shoot ng free throws is equivalent ng 1 points. Ang katulad dito, example is, may dalawang players na nagkakainitan sa laban or kahit di sinasadyang nayapakan ng kalaban or defenders ang paa ng may hawak ng bola, ang referee agad ay magtatawag ng foul or PP2 at bibigyan ng pagkakataon na makapag-free throws ang foul players nang walang nagbabantay at ang bawat shoot ay equivalent ay 1 points.
Legal contact result in a personal foul. A personal foul is an infraction that violates the rules of the game. Pag ang isang player ay nakatanggap ng isang foul galing sa kanyang kalaban, habang siya ay tumitira, makakaroon siya ng free throw attempts depende sa kanyang pwesto. Halimbawa, siya ay nasa 3 points at siya ay nag-attempt ng shoot, pero ito ay sala. Magkakaroon siya ng 3 free throw attempts. At pag naman siya ay nasa 2 points, tumira at sala din, magkakaroon siya ng 2 free throw attempts. At kung sumot naman ang tira niya, magkakaroon siya ng isa lang na free throw attempts. Excessive contact result in a flagrant foul. Flagrant foul refers to the personal foul that can potentially injure the opponent. Flagrant foul refers to the personal foul that can potentially injure the opponent. These fouls carry heavier penalties such as fines, immediate ejection, and even suspension. Charges and illegal screen result in offensive foul. Ang offensive foul, it is a foul that is personal foul that offensive players commit when their team possesses the ball. Illegal screen. Ang illegal screen nga ay yung hindi siya yung humahawak ng bola. Kakampi ko na hindi siya ang humahawak ng bola, pero hindi niya sinasadyang nasaktan yung aming kalaban. Halimbawa, ako ay nagdadala ng bola at may nag-screen sa akin at yung nag-screen na yun, naitulak niya nang hindi sinasadya yung kalaban namin. Magkakaroon yun ng offensive foul at magiging sa kanila ang bola. Ang charging naman ay halimbawa, hindi ko sinasadyang binangga yung kalaban ko at siya ay nasaktan. Yun ang tinatawag natin charging. Certain rule violations result in technical fouls.
Technical foul is a penalty for violating the game administrative rules. Binibigyan ng technical foul ang isang player or even the coaches kapag sumobra sa limit yung kanyang pananalita or nakapanakit na din siya. Technical foul may result free throws sa kabilang panig. Halimbawa ay nagrereklamo yung ating coach dun sa referee na mali ang tawag. Halimbawa, pag hindi nagustuhan na nung referee yung pananalita ng coach, pwede niyang patawan ng technical foul yung kupunan.